James D. Brubaker, producer on the Right Stuff Rocky movies, has died at the age of 85. He was an American film producer and production manager associated with Chart of Winkler Production for several years. He had producing credits on several of the company's productions, including 2 films in the Rocky series as well as True Confessions on the Right Stuff. He later served as president of physical production at Universal Pictures from 2003 to 2008. Brubaker produced 3 movies with Eddie Murphy: The Nutty Professor, The Clumps, and Life, in which he had a cameo appearance as the judge. Vadim Abdrashionov, a Russian famous director, has died at the age of 78. He was internationally renowned as one of the Russia's cinema's most notable independent directors, with awards from Berlin and Venice film festivals, and he was also a People's Artist of Russia. In his early life, he was so impressed with the space flight of the first Russian cosmonaut that he left his parents and moved to Moscow to study nuclear physics at the Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology. Actor and singer Cody Longo has passed away at the age of 34. Longo was best known for his roles in the family drama Hollywood Heights and long-running soap opera Days of Our Life. He was also a singer with several singles that made the iTunes Pop and Top 100 charts. Longo's career began on the stage, and then he appeared in several films, including Bring It On and the 2009 remake of Fame. In 2011, he got his big break with a recurring role in Days of Our Lives and later starred in Nick at Night's Hollywood Heights. Unfortunately, Longo had several legal troubles, including an assault charge with domestic violence charges. Longo's representative cited accidental alcohol poisoning as the likely cause of his death. Thunderbird Charlie Norris, a Chippewa wrestler who made it to the World Championship Wrestling, has passed away at the age of 59. Norris was born on October 21, 1963 in Red Lake, Minnesota, and went to Red Lake Senior High School. By the time Eddie Sharkey had finished training him, Norris had filled out into 6'6", 298 wrestler. He debuted in December 1988 and later went to Brad Renegans for further schooling. Norris had a tryout with WWF in 1991, which did not work out, as Joe Scrappa, an Italian from New Jersey who had wrestled as Chief J. Strongbow, wanted him to change his gimmick. He eventually debuted in WCW in August 1993 and was a mid-carder during his run there. In early 1994, Norris abruptly left WCW and went to the independent scene around Minneapolis. Norris appeared on a couple of podcasts over the last few years discussing his career. His partner on the indie scene, Sam Houston, posted on Facebook after Norris' death, "The cause of his death is unknown." US actress and model Raquel Welch has passed away at the age of 82. Welch was widely remembered for her iconic roles in the Hollywood films and often credited with paving the way for modern action heroines. She died peacefully on Wednesday morning after a brief illness, according to her manager. Welch became an international symbol in the 1960s, winning a Golden Globe for her role in 1974's The Three Musketeers. Despite her public image, she long expressed discomfort with the representation of her body. In a career spanning over 5 decades, Welch appeared in more than 30 movies and 50 television shows, leaving behind a legacy of powerful female characters. Welch was a Lajula beauty queen turned single mom, but to the world she was an exotic actor whose smoldering looks and curvy figure suited the mood of swinging 1960s. She was rarely taken as seriously as she took herself, and though she profoundly refused to do nude scenes, her fame was always tied directly to her sexuality, a fate she accepted with regret. Carlos Sora, the renowned Spanish director who elevated his country's cinema during the Franco's dictatorship, has passed away at the age of 91. Sora was surrounded by his loved ones when he died at home. Carlos Sora was born in Huesca in 1932 and had established himself as a creative force in the aftermath of Spanish Civil War. He had directed and co-written several films that left a lasting impact on Spanish culture, including Peppermint Frappe, Carmen and Cria Cuevas. Despite the threat of Spanish censors, Sora used various art forms and symbolism to create his films, including Flamenco trilogy, and he made with screenwriters Antino Gates. Sora was honored with an honorary Goya Award this year. Talented editor Robert Delva has passed away at the age of 80. Delva was an Oscar-nominated film editor well known for his work on the movie The Black Stallion. He also collaborated with director Joe Johnston on the films like Jumanji and Captain America. Robert Delva died of lymphoma in Marin County, California. He attended USC Film School and worked with George Lucas and Francis Ford Coppola on the original Star Wars. In addition to his editing work, Delva also served as cinematographer on the CBS crime series Nash Bridges. He was a beloved teacher and a dedicated filmmaker who will be missed by all. Melinda Dylan, the two-time Oscar-nominated actress who starred in films such as Close Encounters of the Third Kind and A Christmas Story, has passed away at the age of 83. Dylan was a talented actress who had a long and varied career, starting from her debut performance on Broadway as Honey in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and later appearing in films like Bound for Glory, Slapshot Fist and The Prince of Tides. She was remembered for her portrayal of Jillian Gullier in Close Encounters of the Third Kind and for her role as Sweet Mother in A Christmas Story, which continues to be a holiday classic. George R. Robertson, the Canadian actor known for his portrayal of Police Chief and later Commissioner Henry Hurst in the first 6 Police Academy films, has passed away at the age of 89. Robertson also appeared in small roles in 3 Oscar-nominated films, Airport, Norma Ray and JFK, and portrayed Vice President Dick Cheney in the 2006 miniseries The Part 2 9/11. Born in Brampton, Ontario in 1993, Robertson was a star athlete in high school and later earned a master's degree in business from Columbia University in New York. He began his acting career on stage before making his on-screen debut in the film Rosemary's Baby. Charlie Walker, a San Francisco icon, has recently passed away at the age of 89. Charlie was a successful business owner and a social justice advocate who was famously portrayed by Mike Colter in the biopic I Am Charlie Walker. Charlie was the son of sharecropper parents and he rose to become successful trucker in the 60s. He led protests to open public construction jobs to black contractors, hired trucks to clean up the San Francisco Bay after the 1971 oil spill.